Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am honestly so incredibly excited to be with you today because we're tackling one of the most frustrating but also the most promising topics in the tech world right now. Based on some absolutely fascinating source material, we are looking at a direct, actionable plan to land an AI job in the next 30 to 60 days. And here's the absolute best part. You're going to do this with zero coding skills, zero prior industry experience, and literally no specialized degree. If you've been sitting on the sidelines feeling like the whole AI revolution is just passing you by, well, today is the day that changes. Let's get right into it. So, why are you studying AI but you're still not hired? Ouch. It's kind of a painful question, right? But it's true. Across the globe right now, incredibly smart people are just grinding away. They're watching endless hours of tutorials, shelling out money for long, complicated courses, trying to absorb literally everything, and yet, still not hired. Meanwhile, there's this totally different group of people sliding into AI jobs in 30 to 60 days, and they don't even know how to write a single line of code. Clearly, something here is not adding up, and that is exactly what we're going to fix today. Okay, so the crucial point is understanding the fundamental mistake almost everyone makes. They buy into a massive myth. The myth is that to work in AI, you have to jump straight into these top-tier developer roles. That is completely the wrong starting line. When you try to start at the absolute top layer, you instantly feel overwhelmed, you start doubting yourself, and eventually you just quit. But the reality, the folks actually getting in early, the ones securing those 60-day job offers, they aren't starting at the top. They're starting at the accessible entry layer. AI isn't inherently too hard to enter. You've just been starting at the wrong level. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The AI job illusion. 2. No-code entry roles. 3. The 60-day action plan. 4. Proof over certificates. And 5. Target smart. Apply smart. Section 1. The AI job illusion. Look, when most people hear the phrase AI jobs, their minds immediately jump to machine learning engineer, data scientist, or AI developer. But the source material makes it incredibly clear these are not beginner roles. These are top-layer positions. They require intense coding skills, a deep understanding of complex math, and years of real-world experience. Trying to land one of these jobs as your very first step into the industry is practically impossible. Honestly, it's like trying to run a full marathon before you've even learned how to walk. It is absolutely the wrong starting line. Section 2. No-code entry roles. So, where do we start? Well, the sources point to a hidden entry layer of the industry where coding is entirely unnecessary. We are talking zero code. Here are 3 highly accessible stepping stone roles you can target right now: AI content or prompt specialist, AI automation assistant, and AI data or QA roles. These are hands down the fastest entry points into the industry today. Let's look a little closer at what these actually are. The source data shares this absolutely fascinating real-world example. A company launched an AI chatbot to help their users, but it started giving completely wrong answers. It frustrated the customers, drastically increased support tickets, and ultimately, the whole thing had to be shut down. Boom, failure. But listen, this didn't happen because AI is bad. It happened because no one at the company knew how to properly guide it. Businesses desperately need human oversight for their AI tools. And that exact catastrophic failure, that is the exact gap filled by the first role, the AI content or prompt specialist. Most casual users just type basic questions into ChatGPT, get an average answer, and call it a day. But a specialist goes way further. Your job in this role is to actively guide the AI to create reliable workflows, like, say, helping a local real estate agency use AI to draft perfect property descriptions without it hallucinating random facts about the house. You are the safety net that prevents those chatbot disasters. Businesses are trying to use AI for content support, and they're failing. You step in and you make it actually work. Next up is the AI automation assistant. For this one, you master core tools like Zapier, Make, ChatGPT, and Claude, and your goal is to connect them to automate highly repetitive tasks. A great, simple example: imagine setting it up so a local plumber automatically sends an AI-drafted invoice and a follow-up email the literal second a job is marked complete in their system. You aren't building complex AI models here. You're simply learning how to smartly connect existing tools. And let me tell you, businesses absolutely love this because it saves them immediate time and money right out of the gate. Now, if you want an even simpler starting point, we have our third option, AI data or QA roles. This is the absolute easiest entry point on the market. Your day-to-day job is simply to review AI outputs, fix the errors, and improve the responses behind the scenes. While it might sound basic, it is actually the ultimate stepping stone. It gives you a front row seat to understand exactly how AI works under the hood, and once you have your foot in the door with a role like this, moving up the ladder later becomes significantly easier. Section 3. The 60-Day Action Plan. All right, shifting from theory to pure execution. Getting hired requires a very disciplined 4-step approach. Step 1 is crucial. Pick one path. Just one, not 3, definitely not 5. Please do not try to become a prompt specialist, an automation assistant, and a QA tester all at the exact same time. Trying to do everything at once is a guaranteed way to just create confusion and totally kill your momentum. Focusing on one single direction immediately eliminates that beginner noise and makes your path incredibly clear. Step 2 is to learn just enough to start. This is a real game changer. You don't need those sprawling 40-hour online courses. Pick 1 or 2 core tools, maybe Zapier for automation or Midjourney for image generation. Understand the basic workflows and then start applying them immediately. That's the secret. Once you know the basics, you have to start applying what you've learned. Stop overstudying and start doing. Section 4. Proof over certificates. This brings us to the exact spot where most beginners get stuck. Listen to me. Employers do not care about your certificates. A certificate just politely says, "Hey, I know AI." Honestly, nobody cares. What actually grabs their attention is proof. Instead of attaching some random PDF certificate to an application, send them a screen recording of a working customer service chatbot you built, or a quick video showing an automated lead generation workflow in action. When you hand over actual proof, you instantly stop competing with hundreds of other applicants holding the exact same piece of paper. You immediately become the rare person who can actually do the work. Section 5. Target smart, apply smart. Okay, so you've picked a path, you learned the tools, and you built your proof. Where do you actually send this proof? Well, a massive mistake is spamming applications to giant tech companies. Actually, scratch that. Don't even bother applying to the giants yet. Instead, target local small businesses, fast-moving startups, and freelance clients. Find a local accounting firm or a marketing agency that is clearly struggling with repetitive tasks. Show them the video proof of what you've built and explain exactly how your specific actionable skills can solve their specific problem. I want you to really absorb this quote from the source material. You don't need to be the best, you just need to be slightly ahead. That hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The opportunity right now is absolutely massive because the vast majority of businesses out there still do not fully understand AI. Because that knowledge gap is still so incredibly huge. Even your basic no-code skills and a few small workflow suggestions make you tremendously valuable to them right this very second. So the whole shebang is laid out clearly before you. You don't need to master everything. You just need to start at the right entry level, build real proof, and take action. The biggest mistake you can possibly make right now is waiting until you feel totally ready. Because honestly, by the time you finally feel ready, this easy, no-code window of opportunity isn't going to be open anymore. The people who take action and start right now are the ones everyone else will be frantically trying to catch up to in a few years. So ask yourself, which side of that equation do you want to be on? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.